to Forever Sade Cooks. If you are new and viewing, thank you so much for tuning in. If you watched the video before, thank you so much for returning. Please be sure before we get into today's video that you like today's video, subscribe if you have not, and leave a comment down below if you are enjoying what we are doing over here. Today's video is about my favorite restaurant and bar meals. So that's like a Chili's or Applebee's type vibe. So the things that I absolutely love are Southwest egg rolls and cheesecake, okay? And I hope that you guys enjoy it. So the first thing that we're gonna be making is our Southwest egg rolls, okay? I'm making it my own way. I'm pretty sure I got the gist of what's needed for this dish, and these are my ingredients. I have olive oil, I have chicken breast, black beans, diced tomatoes, green chilies with corn and red peppers. I also have my spice blend here, which is smoked paprika, garlic powder, cumin, and salt-free Tony Chachere's. We also have quesadilla cheese blend, which is from my supermarket, and egg roll wrapper. All right, those are all the ingredients for today's recipe. So let's go ahead and get into it. What we're gonna do is add in some olive oil. I would say probably about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And we're gonna go ahead and let that get hot. So now we're gonna go ahead and add in our chicken breast. And let's avoid cross-contaminants here. Now that we have our chicken breast in the pan, we're gonna go ahead and add in our spice blend on one side. Then we're gonna go ahead and flip the chicken breast. We're gonna go ahead and add seasoning to the other side as well. Now it may look like I'm over seasoning this, but there's other ingredients that are gonna go inside of this pan, okay? So now that we've added our seasoning into the chicken breast or on the chicken breast, we're gonna go ahead and flip it over, and we're gonna let it get a nice sear on both sides. And then we're gonna add in some water. Chicken breast can tend to be a little bit dry, so I add in water while it is cooking. That just kind of steams the chicken a little bit, and then we're gonna shred it and add in our other ingredients. All right, so the chicken breast has browned on both sides. We've added in probably about a cup of water, and we're gonna go ahead and place a lid on the cast iron skillet. We're gonna go ahead and let the chicken breast steam for about 7 to 10 minutes. Once it is fully cooked, we're gonna let the chicken breast rest, shred it up, and then we'll go on to the next steps. Alright, so our chicken breast is now fully cooked. It has a nice color and sear on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that to the side, let it rest for a minute, and I'm gonna go ahead and shred that up. While we are waiting for that, we're gonna go ahead and add in all of our other ingredients into our cast iron skillet. So that includes our corn, and it's a Southwest blend. So it has red peppers, green chilies, and green pepper, and then I added some extra chili peppers as well. Then we're gonna add in some diced tomato. All of these are about half of the can. And then lastly, our black beans. Y'all, it smells so freaking good in this kitchen. All right, so while the chicken's resting, we have all of our other ingredients. Well, not all of them, we still have the cheese, but we have our mixture that's gonna go inside of that egg roll. We have that all here, and it's getting all of that luscious seasoning and flavor that the chicken breast received. And we're just pretty much gonna let that reduce. So let it cook down and let some of the juices in there reduce and thicken. Then we're going to shred up the chicken breast, add it, let it rest, and go ahead and assemble our Southwest egg rolls. Y'all, this is a process, okay? But it is gonna be well worth it. Like I said, it is absolutely one of my favorite meals to get when I go to a bar or restaurant. Southwest egg rolls from Chili's or anywhere, honestly, are really, really good. Once I figured out how to make them myself, it was a game changer. Will I still go out to eat and have me a good old time? Yes. But when I'm trying to save some money or I just really can't get out, this is a great way for me to, you know, have that special treat. Let me know in the comments what your favorite restaurant or bar food is. I'd absolutely love to know. All right, y'all, so we have shredded up the chicken breast really, really good. And I mean, it's super, super juicy and perfectly able to shred. And that's what you want. I do not like a dry chicken breast. I prefer it to be super juicy. And how I can ensure that is by steaming it. So we're gonna go ahead and take our chicken breast and add it to the rest of our mixture. The liquid has been reduced, and that's perfect because we really do not want a wet mixture. But guys, this alone is so freaking good. You could stop here if you really wanted to, and you could make like a cauliflower rice bowl, like a Mexican bowl if you wanted to. Again, there are so many alternatives if you were doing low carb, keto, things like that. What we're gonna do now is turn off of the heat. And then we're going to start setting up our egg roll wrappers and our cheese so that we can quickly assemble. While that's occurring, I also have a pot here with canola oil that is getting hot and ready for frying. I don't need that on. I gotta let this cool down. All right, guys, so I have my wraps, my cheese, and my chicken, corn, peppers, and black bean mixture. All right, so you're gonna take a couple of sheets at a time, and we're gonna go ahead and put in the mixture, the cheese, and then be sure to put a little bit of water around the rim to help it close, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and get a spoon with my mixture. Okay, and you're gonna add a little bit of cheese. Okay. I'm making a mess here. Next, you're gonna dip your fingers in a little bit of water and go around the edges. You don't wanna drench these. You just wanna wet them a little bit. Then you're gonna go ahead and fold. Take your sides like this. And you're going to continue to fold, okay? Now, it can be better than that, okay? You can make yours perfect, it's up to you. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish assembling these and place them in the refrigerator just for a second, just so they can firm up a bit, and go ahead and start frying them. So the Southwest chicken egg rolls are done. Take a look at that beauty right there. Perfectly cooked. What is a Southwest egg roll without a dipping sauce? So we're gonna make a very simple dipping sauce, which is just half of an avocado, Make sure it's a fully ripened avocado. That just makes it easier for us to smash it. So we're gonna go ahead and smash the avocado. Alrighty, so we mushed up that avocado. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I had to cut the seam because that was taking a year. But we got the avocado mushed. So now that it's mushed, we don't need to add any salt, pepper, anything like that, because the ranch dressing is plenty seasoned. And you're gonna add as little or as much ranch dressing as you would like. And then we're gonna mix it up really good. You can still see some pieces of the avocado in there, which is perfectly fine. Now, if you want to be fancy, you can put it in a small little dish and have it ready to go to serve for others. But because I'm just making it for me, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I would eat it. So, it tastes amazing. It tastes really, really good. So we're going to just take one of the little egg rolls, and we're gonna just dip it in there, and we're gonna give it a taste. So good. It is so good. I think you guys are gonna absolutely love this recipe. Again, always tweak everything how you would like it. You want to put some different ingredients on the inside of your egg roll. You want to make it a low carb version and make it a low carb egg roll bowl. You can do that as well. But either way, let me know if you give my recipe a try. I'm quite sure you guys will love it. Again, the Southwest egg rolls are my absolute favorite dish to get at a bar or restaurant. I have to have Southwest egg rolls, and now I can make them at home. All right, so we're about to make one of my favorite desserts. We're gonna be making an Oreo cheesecake, okay? Like, I love cheesecake. That is one of my favorite desserts to get at a restaurant, is cheesecake. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my favorite one today. Well, this is a no-bake cheesecake because I absolutely loathe eggs. Now, I will use them if I have to, but I do not like baked cheesecake. So if you are like me and you prefer a very simple no-bake cheesecake, this one will be super easy, super fun to make. You could even have your kiddos in the kitchen with you while you create it. And let's go ahead and look at the ingredient list. So we have an Oreo pie crust. We have Oreo cookies, cream cheese, sweetened condensed milk, lemon, vanilla extract, and heavy whipping cream. This is all you're gonna need for today's recipe. Now, I have a mixing bowl and a hand mixer. You can be fancy and get your big fancy mixer, because let me tell you something, that's on my Christmas wish list. Hubby, I want a mixer. Anyway, if you have a stand mixer, use that. Otherwise, a hand mixer will do just fine. What we're gonna do first is prep our pie crust. I like to go ahead and check my pie crust to make sure there's not any major cracks or anything like that. And just to, you know, make it easier when I'm done with the filling, just to place it in. So this is my crust. Now you'll notice around the edges, there's extra crumb, which is absolutely fine. We're not going for perfection here, but if you'd like to go ahead and remove that, you can do that, but be careful. Otherwise you will disturb the pie crust form. Okay, so I removed all the paper, the glue, and everything like that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set this to the side. I have my pie crust ready, and we're gonna work on the filling. So the first thing you wanna do is add 2 packages of cream cheese. Now, I would prefer Philadelphia cream cheese. I would prefer an organic cream cheese, but this was on sale, and this is what we're gonna use, and it's still gonna taste absolutely perfect. Just FYI, what I've discovered, if you're gonna do a no-bake cheesecake, you want more cream cheese than you want of like sweetened condensed milk or whatever you're gonna use as your filling. If you want it to be thicker because it's no bake, you need to make sure you have an adequate amount of cream cheese. It's a little messy. All right, so we have our 2 blocks of cream cheese inside. Now we're gonna go ahead and do a whole can of sweetened condensed milk. I prefer the Eagle brand because it has this simple lift top on here. I don't have to worry about using a can opener. And I just go ahead and pour the whole entire can inside. Okay, so now that we have that inside, the next thing we're gonna do is add heavy whipping cream. Now, it's all about consistency for me. You can use Greek yogurt, you can use sour cream if you would like as well, but I believe the heavy whipping cream gives it that nice, fluffy, luscious deliciousness that I'm going for. So I'm an eyeballer, I am not a measurer, okay? So I put about that much. That's probably about half a cup of heavy whipping cream, but you know, it's up to you. Now, you can use lemon juice fresh like I'm about to do, or you can do lemon juice in the container. It doesn't really matter. But I'm trying to be fancy, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use half of a lemon, the juice. And be sure to watch out for those seeds. All right, so when it comes to the lemon juice, that is also an option. It's not necessary, but it just adds that pop of extra freshness and flavor that I like. And I think if you wanted to do a little bit of lemon zest, you could, but then you run the risk of those flavors meshing together, and this is an Oreo cheesecake, okay? So just a little bit of lemon juice goes a long way. All right, so the next thing we're gonna add is McCormick vanilla extract. And again, eyeballing. It tastes good. That's about how much I put in there. It tastes good. That's it. My husband had to laugh. Okay, so that's in there. All right, the next thing we're gonna add in there is some Oreo cookies. So we got an Oreo pie crust. You gotta add Oreo cookies. You gotta have the little cream on the inside. Oh my God, it's so good. You can put these in a bag and kind of smash them up if you wanna be fancy, but I don't mind getting my hands just a little bit messy. So we're gonna go ahead and crumble, I would say about 6 Oreos that we're gonna crumble inside. More or less is up to you what kind of consistency you're going for, the texture. Now, one time, guys, I actually also added the Hershey's cookies and cream candy. I crushed that up in there too. It was for Christmas, I believe. And you talking about a super sweet cheesecake. We were on a treadmill for a good week after that. All right, I think I put more than 6 in there, but this is an adequate amount. And if you want to go ahead and see the size of the Oreos, this is about the size that I use. All right, so that's what the mix is looking like. They are going to break down a little bit more when we get ready to use our hand mixer. So let's go ahead and start mixing. All right, guys, so we're going for a smooth consistency, which is what it looks like right here. We have some nice chunks of Oreo, but the actual cheesecake batter itself is really, really smooth. Now, when you pull out your mixer, you want to make sure that the consistency of the actual cheesecake is really, really thick. Like, it's not drooping down, it's not runny, and that's going to make for a firmer cheesecake once it is refrigerated. You can refrigerate it overnight, or you can freeze it for a couple of hours and it'll be good to go. Alrighty, and so you always have to do a little bit of a taste test. I mean, perfect every time. A perfect balance of cheesecake and Oreos, cookies, and cream. So I think that you guys, if you've never had an Oreo cheesecake, you're gonna absolutely love this. Let me go ahead and put it in the pie crust and show you guys what it looks like. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start filling up the pie crust. And you want to be careful when you're placing it. You want to spread it out evenly, but you don't want to shift the crust. If you've ever worked with a graham cracker crust, then you absolutely know the importance of being sure to not shift it too much. So this mixture was just enough for this pie crust. Absolutely perfect. Sometimes it's a hit and a miss with as much that you put in there, but this looks perfect. So you want to press down and spread. Press down and spread, because you want to make sure you're filling out all of the little pockets in the pie crust. Press down and spread, and you want to pull it into the middle. And just keep working it like this until it's completely filled in and it's no smearing on the edge of the pie crust. Actually put actual Oreo cookies in the middle of here. You do a layer of cheesecake, then a layer of cookies, and then finish it off. But then consider the fact that you may overfill your actual pie crust. Okay, so it is perfectly set, good to go after 24 hours in the refrigerator or 4 hours in your freezer. And this is what the bad boy is looking like, okay? Perfect, set, not drooping over. So the consistency is absolutely perfect. This is one of my favorite desserts to have at a restaurant. Today's video is all about my all-time favorite meals and desserts when I go out to eat, okay? And this dessert is it, cheesecake. I wanted to make it special, so I made it an Oreo cheesecake because it is a family favorite and it's super delicious. If you decide to give this a try, please be sure to let me know down in the comments and let me know what is your favorite dessert to get when you go out to eat. I hope you guys give the Oreo cheesecake recipe a try. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if you've had a cheesecake recently, if you've tried Oreo cheesecake, and if you give this recipe a try, please be sure to let me know. All right, guys, so we were able to go ahead and get a slice of that Oreo cheesecake. The rest is still setting. It needs a little bit more time, but I wanted you guys to get a look at the cheesecake as I go ahead and give it a taste as well. I already know what it tastes like. So good. So good. Creamy. Lots of good Oreo chunks in there. And it's a nice balance of the cheesecake to Oreo ratio. Really, really good, guys. I hope you give that recipe a try. Let me know if you do. So we have our Southwest egg rolls and our Oreo cheesecake, which are two of my most favorite dishes to get while at a bar or a restaurant. I do hope you guys give these recipes a try. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching Forever Sade Cooks. More content is to come. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe if you have not yet already. Leave a comment down below of your favorite food to get at a bar or restaurant, and I might just try it in our next video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember to be blessed. You definitely are fruitful, and guess what? I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.